What's up guys, it's Cullen here with Up North Outdoors, and in this video we're going to be giving a tour of Jeremy's Sherp and how he has it set up for Sherp camping in Alaska, moose hunting, similar to ours, but he's been doing this for quite a few years now, and he has his Sherp set up quite a bit different than how we had our Sherp camper set up. So thought it'd be pretty cool for you guys to be able to see someone else's setup and how they like to have their Sherp for camping for weeks on end in Alaska. This actually was supposed to be another Sherp camping video here in Minnesota, but we've had some crazy stuff going on these last couple weeks, which I'll touch on at the end of the video. But anyways, guys, enjoy the tour. What's up guys, it's Cullen here and Jeremy with Up North Outdoors. We just got done with our 12-day Alaskan moose hunt. Since you guys loved my camper tour of my Sherp so much, I figured let Jeremy tour how he has his Sherp set up for moose hunting as a true Alaskan. So we like to start with the outside, so we'll walk through if you want to show everyone what you got going on the outside, and then we can move on to the inside.
Primary thing is plenty of wear from battling lumber throughout all my journeys. I docked all my rubber fenders off and gunneled the edges because I was constantly destroying them and repairing my fenders. That's been a really good mod. Everything else is pretty standard. Added huge dead space that wasn't utilized. I hinged it and made a hatch to be able to store all sorts of things that one might not want inside the Sherp with them, like diesel transfer hoses and filters and spare fluids and such. Cullen was the gas guzzler on this trip. I made it all on one tank. Moving to the rear, I have a little extra beefy, not as Sherpy receiver that I haven't used. Carry a spare bead lock ring on the tailgate because of frequent things like this that happen on every trip. Shout out Cullen, you got one now too. It's a badge. Inside, memory foam, nice wool, adequate armament for swamp donkeys and grouse and ptarmigan and such. Much like yours. Plywood fastened to the rings so it can't slide off and cut your head in half. Super straightforward and easy to do. Mine's a little wider than yours because I wasn't paired up. I got to go solo.
Yeah, you'll notice his is much more roomy than mine.
I have a roll down cover on the back that I can drop down and insulate even further. And have a roll down breathable up front, which allows me to vent through a window or a roof hatch and shut up and stay warm in here, and it will wick the moisture up into the driver's compartment and keep this a lot drier when you get up in the morning and your roof hatch and such isn't raining on you. Speaking of roof hatch, I added this. This is a boat hatch where I spend the majority of my time moose hunting, standing and calling out of it and calling moose to the Sherp like I did last year. I'll let Cullen inject a picture where he wants to for bragging rights. Sherp USA gave me these nets. I didn't think I wanted them till I had them, and I love them to death because they hold so much junk. It's wonderful. Bedding, spotting scope, a thermarest mattress, the book you're reading, the all-important dude wipes, kitchen stuff, bug jacket, day pack. This is a big pack. This is for packing meat, which I hope I never need to do. I like to drive to my food. This is the infamous teepee tent that is a godsend with the wood stove too.
Yeah, that was amazing to have on this trip.
Yeah, dry your junk out. Spare stove fuel, all the little things that you need to live like a hermit. And of course, you have to have the bowl magnet.
The most important tool.
Yes. And it works. They found out last night. It works.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
You'll notice too, he's got the Molly web paneling. So my Sherps came out with this for a while and then they discontinued it. So if you have a Sherp with the Molly web, that's really rare and very sought after, because as you can see, like he was showing, you can mount all your pew-pews on there. You can mount all your bags. I mean, it really gives you even more storage space to get things up off the floor.
Furthermore, up front, bear cannon at quick, easy reach for unfriendly bears from the driver's seat, and a 22 for the aforementioned grouse, etc. So if you are careful in how you pack, you can fit up to 50 mountain houses, to where you will be PTSD mountain house after the end of a long trip, like Cullen is right now.
I am so sick of mountain houses and can't wait for pizza.
Everything light up high is everything heavy down low, and then down below the floor in the hold is most of the heavy stuff.
All right, you got the rear opened up.
Recovery equipment. Some spare extendable poles if you're making a more permanent camp. My winch that I can strap anywhere on the roll cage in any direction and run it, which is nice coming off the roof for helping you cut up moose by yourself and picking up 250-pound legs. Clamp on LED light anywhere, so I have light where I need it when I'm working and it's dark, because you're usually shooting them in flash light. Thankfully, we didn't use any of this recovery equipment this time. Typical small parts: chainsaw fuel, bar oil, brake clean, spare batteries. Usually that's a lot fuller, and behind it, of course, the two Sherp tool bags full of lots of tools. Under the passenger seat is a Pelican case with about 50-some pounds of incidental Sherp parts that's strapped down. It might take 10 minutes to get to it, but having them on board is a lot of, maybe a false sense of security, but very nice to have. And in a nutshell, that's it.
Oh, you want to tell them about your Jackery or your power bank setup too?
It's not as high speed as all you overlanders, because I'm old and frumpy. But these little dudes are light, small, easy. I carry a pair of them fully charged before I leave. I will plug 12 volt, like a battery charger, into my Anderson connector that you hook a battery tender to or whatever, and I've wired one reversed to where I can feed 12 volts from this into the battery bank, and I can run my Webasto without draining the Sherp battery.
And the Webasto, for if any of you guys don't know what he's talking about, that's the secondary diesel turbine heater you can run with the Sherp off. It just burns a little bit of diesel, but there's an electric fuel pump, so after about 8 hours it'll kill your main battery. So that's...
This ran every evening for half an hour, 45 minutes as I got ready and got into bed and read a book for a while, and then I'd shut everything down, and in 11 days I got 28% left in this one, and I have another one at 100%.
Nice.
Plus you can actually see your watt output. You can see what your Webasto is pulling, if nothing else is, on the display built into it. So it's simplistic. It didn't corrupt the Sherp systems at all, and it's redundant in that way.
Awesome.
And added to their tunnel a door. Otherwise you have to take everything out, take this whole top piece off to be able to access anything. This allows me to
Nice.
I can check my oil, I can check my primary drive chain tension, look at my brakes. If I pop this panel out, I can actually get to and adjust my steering clutches if I pull the tote out without having to remove the whole tunnel assembly. I can get my air water separator, everything but my hydraulic reservoir, which has to come in from the top.
Nice. Really good idea.
Easy enough to do. I sound deadened everything. Everyone's heard of Dynomat. This is actually Noikomat, which was made in Russia, so I thought it was appropriate. I did every surface, and it really cut down on the noise that these inherently produce. One thing that I thought was worth the wait. Up front, I added more useless space in here, although there might be water in the hold, but there's actually a fair amount of area here to throw your muddy toe strap from helping out the stuck Cullens of the world that you didn't return to help out like you should have. And I added a hatch here to be able to adjust steering sticks without having to gut the whole quadrant of the Sherp just for access.
Nice.
Made it a lot easier. Sherp's Pros had this notoriously unuseful handbrake.
They're bad. You can say they're bad. They were really bad.
Yes. So I bought a universal handbrake on Amazon. I don't remember the brand. Modified the pull cable for the factory parking brake to work, and built the bracket for that e-brake lever to sit at a tolerable angle, and it actually works. The e-brake will work if you can impart leverage upon said e-brake. Don't expect that from the original lever.
No, I tell my clients at the Pros, shut it off, put it in first gear if you want to stay in place. If you don't have an upgrade like that.
I think that's about it.
Sweet.
By and large.
Well, thanks Jeremy for the tour. This is the awesome man that invited us out to go moose hunting. If the video's not already, that'll be the next one. You guys will see the moose hunting trip. It was absolutely amazing adventure. Can't thank Jeremy enough for taking us on it. Definitely gonna be back next year. But thank you, Jeremy, for giving us the tour on your Sherp. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it.
My pleasure. That was so much fun.
Awesome. Thanks. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour. I know it wasn't as high of quality of the other one that I did if you guys saw the first camper tour video, but I still thought it'd be interesting for you guys to be able to see how somebody else has their Sherp set up. And we just got done with our 12-day hunt when we filmed that video, just got to the trailhead and recorded that. So we were wanting to get out of there and not take, hours to film the video. If you haven't seen the moose hunting trip we went on, you can click the link in the description or click on my channel and go a couple of videos back. It was an amazing adventure camping out in Alaska for a couple weeks out of the Sherp. So I definitely recommend checking that out. This video this week was supposed to be a video camping in one of the big Cadillac Sherps, the luxury Sherps, but we've had a crazy couple weeks. A lot of you guys know my day job is selling Sherps, Sherp USA, and with the hurricane in Florida, we got really busy really quick, and Brandon and I actually drove down to Florida and almost got stuck in the hurricane. We drove down and we dropped off a Sherp on I think we were there on Wednesday, and the hurricane hits Wednesday, or we're there Tuesday, and we ended up catching the very last flight. There was literally like 2 seats left, and we dipped out of there. And the problem with that is all of my camera gear, all my hiking boots, pretty much a lot of my camping stuff, because we were planning on if we did get stuck there, we'd probably kind of have no power for a while, and so we brought our camping stuff. Anyway, that's all still in the truck at the Fort Myers airport in Florida, so makes filming a nice camping video kind of difficult because all I have right now is my phone. I don't even have tripods or anything. So we're gonna be getting that truck back here in probably about a week, and then I have a bunch of awesome Sherp camping content scheduled to go out and film. So definitely we'll have more of that stuff coming, but in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed this little tour video. If you enjoyed it, click a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna have a ton more outdoor content coming your way. All right, I'd like to wrap up this video with a quick verse of the day about anxiety. So this is Philippians 4, 6, and 7. Brethren, be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplication and with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. If you guys are watching this video, you don't know Christ, he's the way for salvation. All your sins can be forgiven, no matter how bad of a person you think you are. He loves you, and you can be forgiven for anything. And yeah, it's worth it. It's changed my life. If you have any questions, you can definitely send me a DM on Instagram, Up North Outdoors with a Z, or, you know, go reach out to a local church. But Jesus is real. I've seen him in my life, and he's just waiting for you. God bless, guys. See you in the next video.